But we were saying before, but that we should do it live. And then I was saying, what if we charged for it?
We could do that.
I remember a long time ago when I first started listening to what we said, they did like a Christmas pajama party live show, but virtual.
I remember that.
Like, are you talking about this year or next year?
This year. Like for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Like during the break at some point after Christmas, maybe.
I'm like not working. That like
is talking to us work for you?
It's quite rare.
I will be off, not working for 2 weeks, like a week and a half.
Well, that's nice for you.
So I could do the first week of January. But I do like the idea of doing it live.
We could figure it out. There's a lot we need to plan out.
Yeah.
Because also, if we want to do merch, we really got to get started on that. But that's like, exciting.
We should gauge interest in all this stuff.
Yeah, I think we should do polls on both things.
Okay, so everybody listening, make sure you're following our Instagram account. Also, you can leave it in the comments of this episode because we read these comments and everybody can like talk and comment about every episode. I think it's cool. They just added that. It's only on Spotify though. But like
or YouTube.
Fun comment section. Oh yeah, or YouTube. But yeah, follow us on Instagram so we can like do a poll and ask whether you would buy merch, if you would pay to go to a live virtual show, or if you would only do it if it was free. We need your input for next year.
I feel like we also have to show the designs though for merch, you know, because like,
well, we should do initial interest because
initial.
like,
yeah, well, I guess also because like, I think a big thing with merch is like, what kind of merch are we doing? Are we doing like Gildan with like something on it?
Yes,
or
Gildan with just like a typeface, like
I mean,
Comic
some people
Sans.
are like, why are you charging $90 for this? And we're like, well, that's how much it costs to buy.
We're not going to charge $90 for a t-shirt, but
we can find a
t-shirt for a sweatshirt
between.
though.
Yeah, crew necks can be expensive, but
well, we could start. Well, but it'll be winter, so we'll want.
I like the idea of a crew neck with sweat shorts.
Yeah,
and then having it come out like in spring.
We don't even need to like make a profit on them necessarily. Like we just need to make our money back, kind of thing.
But also, even if like 3 people want them, like I'm down to make them just.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Also,
yeah,
like,
like just making
like
sure
we
that
could have a photo shoot,
and we could just do it like a pre-order type of way. Where
that's a good idea, actually. That would
not buying too many.
Way better.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, we'll think about it.
And then just get the samples to take pictures in.
Yeah, we definitely got to get. Well, we'd have to get samples beforehand too to test out like quality.
Got to put that stuff in the wash because I hate whenever I get like a cool sweatshirt. Like I have one of my favorite ones that was like great out of the package and then it just deteriorated in the wash machine and like with wear and tear.
I hate how they get not soft anymore. That's my least favorite thing. But...
Well, I will say that Mayfair one worth it because
is
that's still soft and
that shit
the
was
quality
$90.
is really good.
And we've had it for a year. Yeah, and it was $90.
Yeah. It's worth the $90 in my opinion.
Yeah. I would agree. It's great quality. All right, well, welcome back to another episode of So Glad We're Friends. I'm Maggie.
I'm Devin.
I'm Brittany.
What's up? How was your weekend? It feels weird that it's Wednesday. It doesn't feel like Wednesday.
I know. It feels like a Tuesday to me, honestly. Like,
yeah. It really does. Rosie. Hi.
She's like so bummed. I started working in my chair more and she used to just like come and sit in my chair while I worked. And then now she's really sad that I stole it.
Poor baby.
How was your weekend? You were in Arizona, right?
Let's see.
Your blonde is so pretty. It's like teddy bear. Teddy.
I really like it. Never heard teddy.
I just know of it because of that filter everyone was doing. They were like Teddy blonde, like bright blonde.
I thought it was like, I'm thinking of like the Old Money Brown or whatever.
Yeah. There's such weird names. I know. Cowboy, copper. Boy, who makes these?
I know.
That is funny. But yeah, I love it so much. She added like low lights. And I think she did a little bit more highlights too to bring it up slightly.
Yeah.
But
so she did highlights and lowlights and then toner all over to make it kind of blend.
Finley! Yes. And it's funny because I was like showing her pictures. Finley.
Rosie, do you see the note?
I was showing her pictures of like different inspos that I had. And she's like, okay, what do you like about this? Because these are like all different.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me yell at him. Finley!
You're saying all of Rosie's favorite words.
Oh, no.
Oh, you don't have headphones in?
No, is she tilting her head?
Yeah. Say the squirrel.
Rosie, where's your squirrel?
Squirrel? Walk? Walk? Toy? Squirrel?
Chicken?
Say hedgehog.
Hedgehog?
You gonna go find it?
Like, I'm gonna go get it. Bring us your hedgehog. I got your little carrot. Wasn't that the toy that was like sopping
slobbery?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so funny. But yeah, I would show her pictures and she'd be like, okay, what do you like about this? Because these are like all different. Or one, she was like, this is just your hair right now. I was like, okay, I don't understand. But she's good at like knowing what I actually want versus what I say. Because I was like saying I wanted darker. But I kept also saying I still want to be blonde.
Yes.
So she's like, okay, then no.
That's really good that she was able to decipher that. Yeah. I feel like that's actually like a huge skill, especially for like blondes, like that hairdressers have to develop. Because I'm saying like I want to be champagne, and that might be something different to the hairstylist versus me.
For sure.
And so,
also when you see pictures of hair color on people, it looks different on them than it's going to look on you. So like most times when I'm like showing my hairdresser like this is the color I want, I have no idea how different that's actually going to be on me.
That's so true.
And yeah,
I agree.
Scary.
Yeah. What did you guys do?
I went out for my mom's birthday.
Oh yeah. Happy birthday to our number one fan.
Happy birthday.
Love you. How was it?
It was fun. We went to this like bar that is kind of like a country bar. Like there's a big stage for people to dance and stuff. And the singers are, sorry, Willow. The singers come in from Nashville. So it's like a Nashville bar.
Whoa.
Do they just like fly in every week?
Yeah, different people.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
How cool. So were people like line dancing?
I think we were outside on the patio. So yeah, me and Lexi were trying to two-step, but it was outside when we were doing it. I didn't go on the dance floor. My dad forced me out on the dance floor one time, and it was terrible.
At that place?
Yeah.
I'm really
Did they not teach you the dances?
Well, he was just, I think, trying to two-step with me, which is just, it's easy, but
I don't know how to two-step.
It's actually quite difficult, I feel.
If someone knows how to lead you, all you do is follow. But like my dad is not good at leading, and like we were just stepping on each other's feet, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And he'd be like trying to turn me, and I'd be like, "What is going on?" Like, no.
That's funny.
It's really funny.
So, it's a cool
I guess
place.
you are a dancer, so you like pick up those things more quickly.
Yeah,
I have like
that muscle in my
feet.
brain.
Yeah, does not work out well for me.
That's so funny.
We went to muscle you have to grow.
We went to Hooters for like 3 hours this weekend. Like literally we shut down Hooters until they were closed.
That is hilarious.
With your family?
Yeah, with my dad and my siblings. It was so fun actually. And we ran into, it's so weird, we ran into my cousin, like on my dad's side, is dating the cousin of a cousin on my mom's side.
Oh wow. Small world, huh?
Wait,
yeah.
Your dad's
things.
On your dad's
like my dad's nephew. is dating like Justin and Jaden's cousin.
So like a second cousin to you type thing?
I don't know what that would be. I still don't understand what a second cousin
either,
is.
But honestly. It's like not your direct cousin, it's your cousin.
It's like your parents'
your cousin's cousin. Like, so they're on the side that's not related to me by blood. And they didn't find out until like after they have been dating for a while.
Oh my God.
Wait, that's so weird.
It was super weird.
Scary.
Yeah.
But there's like, there's no overlap like whatsoever.
Yeah, no. So like it's not, it just still feels
weird.
Yeah.
My cousin's cousin had like a crush on me all growing up, but
whoa,
he's not any relation to me, but it still feels really weird.
Well, would you like spend holidays together and stuff? Like if or hang
like
out
he would come on family vacations with us. Like he would be my cousin Josh's +1 to like Disneyland or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. That's, I feel like, more weird too if you like grew up together.
Yeah, they weren't like at holidays or anything.
Yeah.
Was your grandma's memorial this weekend too?
Yeah, it was literally so pretty. It was so perfect. It was at the Botanical Gardens, so she would have loved like all the flowers and everything. And they had the butterfly exhibit going at the same time, so there's like a little, like they have like a little room with a bunch of butterflies and like chrysalises with butterflies coming out of them. It was so cool.
That's so nice.
Yeah, it was really pretty. But actually the day before was like more emotional and harder because all of her family was like in town, like her siblings and her like her siblings' kids that I don't really know, but like my mom's cousin. So my mom more grew up with them. But it was just like all her siblings look so much like her that it was like so weird having them like in our house and talking to them, and all of them were telling me like how much she was waiting for our wedding and like was so excited and would talk to them about it all the time. So then I would just start like instantly crying every time I talked to someone. So yeah, we kept going outside and crying and then coming back inside, and we went and got a 12-pack of fireball shooters beforehand and we put them in the garage. And so like we kept just like going outside and people would disappear and we'd be like, where are Matt and Cameron? And then like I'd be like, I bet they're in the garage. And there was 6 left at one point, and then the 2 of them were disappeared. And then like I told my stepdad, I was like, go find them, I guarantee they're in the garage. And then he like went in there and my brother was like, all of the shooters are gone. I was like, what? There was 6 left, and apparently he just took 4 and Cameron took 2, and they were both just so drunk like by the end of this night. It was actually really funny. It was a fun night at the end of it, but the first part was a little emotional, and then we had to be up bright and early at 7 a.m. or something to leave by 8 a.m. to set up everything, and then it started at 9, and we did like breakfast, and there's a nice little breakfast buffet and stuff.
It was perfect. How did your mom do?
She's really great. My mom and Aunt Julie did a whole speech, and that was like, it was so pretty. They read their like Instagram post first, which is like they wrote like a really pretty Instagram post, and then they spoke perfectly, and then Justin and Jaden both spoke too, and they both did a great job. Jaden is like so great at public speaking. Like, it's so amazing how she talked, and she looked so like calm and everything, but apparently her hand was shaking. Like my brother was like, I saw your hand shaking so much, but like that was hidden, and from like just looking at her, she looked totally comfortable and calm and like was speaking perfectly. And then Justin didn't even prepare anything, and he went up there and he like spoke perfectly and said like all the great things. So that was pretty. And then her like pastor like led the whole thing and talked and whatnot, and there was hummingbirds flying all around, and she loved hummingbirds, and there kept being hummingbirds like while everyone was talking. So we kept being like hummingbird. It was so cute.
That is so sweet.
Yeah,
that's really special.
Yeah, it was so fun. Then we went to Hooters.
That's so fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. And then after Hooters, we're like driving home. It's like 10 past 10 because they closed at 10, and we're like leaving, and then my brother yells, he's like, how about one more drink at Margarita Bay? And my dad just like turns the car into the parking lot immediately, and it's like this dive bar that apparently my sister went for her 21st birthday, which I was like, why did you come here for your 21st birthday? Like that's so weird. But they have karaoke every single night, so we did karaoke and it was fun.
Every single night.
Yeah, every single night.
God.
There was literally people that are just alone that were just singing karaoke by themselves.
Were they just like really into it? Like they were going
like
all
it was
out.
The diviest time ever.
Oh
And
my
then when
God.
someone's not singing, the girl in charge of the karaoke, like running it, she just sings. So it's just like always going.
Oh my God.
What
What do you do for a living? I sing karaoke.
That's actually so cool.
I run a bar and sing karaoke.
That's
What's that
really
from?
cool.
Is that from Baby Mama when she's like karaoke?
Oh, probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So many good lines.
That's great.
Wait, Deb, do you leave this week?
On Sunday.
That's so exciting.
That'll
Yeah.
be really good.
Have
Are
you
you ready?
prepared?
I'm not prepared at all.
I bet the weather's gonna be great, huh?
It's does it get cold there at night or anything, or is it just like straight?
I don't know.
You were there.
It was like so hot.
I don't
it's
think
still
it really
gonna be
gets
hot.
that. I don't
Oh, it
think it
is?
really gets that much cooler at night.
In the 80s.
It's not like the desert.
Okay.
Yeah, it was freaking freezing in Arizona. I did not pack. Like, I was not prepared for that. It was so cold. I forget that, like, the dry heat is also, like, a dry cold. It's so freaking freezing.
Humidity makes such a difference when it's cold.
It's so crazy.
Did I tell you I'm flying first class there?
No,
You treated
slay.
yourself?
Yeah.
I'm
I
so
upgraded.
proud of you.
I love that.
Why?
Because you
'Cause you
never
don't do
spend money on
that.
yourself.
So I had to spend it on my sister too.
You had to buy her first class ticket?
I paid for the upgrades.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
But it
Well, one
was
of your
only
goals is to
affordable
treat your
there, not
You're
home.
like, you have
Oh,
one
well, that's
way.
fun.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to, like, I don't know, get a drink and stuff on the way there. And
Yeah,
be
I'm
excited.
hoping, because it's a long flight, and I'm hoping that it will make me enjoy it.
what time is it at? Like, it's
Honestly,
not a red eye, right?
No, it's like at noon or something.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Did you see what type of plane it is? Like,
No.
what type of seats you're gonna get?
No. Why?
Those are the things that I look at.
I know, me too.
Because I think, isn't it gonna be like a 4 or 5 hour flight?
I think it's
Sometimes-
a little under 4.
Oh, okay. If it's under 4, then no, maybe not. But sometimes that you get the like lay down seats.
That'd be crazy.
in
Oh,
first
yeah, I
class.
don't think.
It's under 4? That's crazy.
I think
Yeah.
it's like $350 there, but then like $430 home.
Yeah, because of the whatever thing.
I guess it's
Mhm.
longer for me to have to go
Jetstream.
diagonally versus more just straight across.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it was like 6 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
You're far up there.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, you're
Far
like
up
3
there.
hours from me.
Yeah, that's true. But like 2 hours.
I think you were like 3 hours from me.
Yeah.
You were whatever
I
time
don't
it is,
remember.
or maybe it was like 2.5. I don't know. Whatever threshold United uses, like they sometimes, like to Chicago, they don't do any sort of like meal service,
Uh-huh.
or like to Arizona, they don't do any like meal service. But
The
Oregon
plane
they did.
yesterday had Fritos. What's
What?
the snack option?
Wow.
what?
That's
what
like the
airline
worst
were you
fucking
on?
chip.
I think that one was American, and I feel like American's
Oh,
not been
great.
great.
That's what
Oh.
I'm flying.
Oh, but their first class is probably nice.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to have any food service.
Wait, did you upgrade yourself for both or just one?
Just one.
Oh, okay.
And if I'm like really, me and my sister aren't sitting next to each other. We're both
Oh,
at window seats. And like
Oh.
maybe I'll just upgrade my flight home depending on how it goes, and she can sit by herself and coach, because that's such a long flight home. And like when you're
Yeah.
going home, you're just like, I just want to like get the fuck home. Like I'm
Mhm.
not excited anymore or anything.
Mhm.
Sometimes upgrading like the day before or day of can be
Yeah.
cheaper.
If they still have the seats,
If they
then
still
I'll
have them
take it as a
available.
sign. Yeah.
But-
Did you start planning out like rides and what you're gonna buy lightning lanes for and stuff?
Yeah, we're going for a whole week, but we're going to the park every other day. So on Monday we're doing
fun.
we're doing Magic Kingdom first, and then we're gonna do Epcot, and then we're gonna do Hollywood on Friday.
Fun.
And I mean, we haven't like really planned anything, but
that's like a great way to break it up.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do on the off days?
We have a pool at our house, but then also I'm pretty sure
Airbnb?
in this, I'm pretty sure that the master plan community that we're staying in also has like a public pool with stuff too. So we're just gonna hang out and chill, rest and
that's so fun.
Yeah.
I want a family vacation.
It'll be fun. When I think about all the rides, though, I get overwhelmed. Like, I get overwhelmed with like planning it, and like we need to make sure we go on this, and like I don't know.
It's mostly just like the lightning lane ones.
Is Star Wars in Magic Kingdom?
No, it's in Hollywood.
Oh, see, I feel like Hollywood is gonna be the busy one. Where is Tron?
Really. Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
Hollywood Studios was just like Tower of Terror and then the Toy Story Mania. So that Slinky Dog roller coasters, that's like the busiest one. We didn't get to go on it. Yeah, it's like usually
you have to pay for that.
Hours. No, you just have to get the genie. So you have to get it the morning of, like super early in the morning.
Okay, well,
whenever that's released.
So that, then Star Wars, and
all of these are so new to me. Like these were not there when I was there.
Low-key, Hollywood could be a Disney adult. I feel like it's so fun, low-key.
When you grow up in Arizona and your only vacation is like Disneyland, it's true. Kind of hard not to be like a Disney adult.
That's a great point. It's like San Diego, Disneyland, White Mountains.
Yep.
That's the rotation.
Yep.
Vegas.
Mine was just Flagstaff. Yeah, Vegas when you got older.
Yeah, my grandparents had a cabin in the White Mountains, so that's why we'd go there. Because we could stay for free.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Yeah. Wait, are you going with your mom or your dad?
Me?
To Disney, yeah.
Just my cousins.
Oh, it's just a cousins trip.
And Sam.
Wait, that's so fun.
Yeah.
I did not realize that.
That's so fun.
My kids,
so is Paige not doing that? Is Paige not going to organize all the rides then? She's like always doing that stuff.
She probably will. I think last time I talked to her, she was like burnt out from traveling because she was just in Brazil for 6 weeks. And she just got home like a couple days ago. And so she wasn't
working there?
Yeah, she works from there everywhere.
Wow.
Like when they travel, it's like they live in that place, which is cool. Like they work all day and then they go out at night and then they have the weekends and stuff.
That's cool.
That is so crazy. Brazil. Did she like it?
I haven't talked to her much about. I'm sure she did. But she was like, I just want, like, she was burnt out from traveling and she's getting more. We just started talking about it again yesterday. Yeah. So
understandably.
But yeah, we'll have a lot of, it's also so much easier to travel with this small group for Disneyland because like trying to get everybody's buy-in for each ride and stuff stresses me out. So with us, it's just like going to be chill and like, let's do this. And I don't have to be stressed out about what everybody else wants to do.
Exactly. Did you cry last time at Disney, Dev? Like last time you went?
I had a meltdown in the Cars Land ride or the Cars ride because the line was
while
so
the ride
long.
Was going or
no in the line. Like it was the worst fucking line I've ever waited in. And it just killed everybody's mood. Everybody was in a bad mood. Like it was just terrible. And the ride kept like shutting down while we were in the line and then starting again.
That's the worst.
And the line is like all built in, so like you can't get out. So I felt very claustrophobic.
Yeah.
I was like, what if there's a fire? I won't be able to get out. Like, it was crazy.
You just went down a rabbit hole.
Yeah. I was alone with my thoughts.
If it's over an hour, it's not worth it to me.
No.
Like, no.
Because then the ride is like 2 minutes long and you're like, wow. All of us were like, we should not have done that.
Yeah, exactly.
And it wasn't worth it. The ride was bad.
No. I mean, it was my grandma's favorite, but.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's cute. Make sure you get a reservation at the Star Wars bar thing. That's really cool.
Okay.
Olga's Cantina or something. One time we got in just waiting in line. Like, they have a walk up, but when me and Cam went, it was too busy.
Is that the place that has the like a Cocoa Puff coffee drink or whatever?
No, that's just it's in the Star Wars area, but that's just a cafe where you can get that separately.
Okay.
Are you gonna try and do Drink Around the World?
Yeah, we are on Wednesday.
It's so exciting. Get the fucking empanadas in Mexico.
Empanadas, okay.
They're literally so good. Like, me and Cameron talk about these empanadas. Like, every time we get drunk, we're like, I wish we had those empanadas from Disney World. They were so good.
That's really funny.
But it's funny, like, that there's people obsessed with the drinking around the world that have like strategies, or they're like, start here, because you can either start on like one side or start on the other side. I think it's either Canada or Mexico, and people like plan it out a certain way.
Okay. I might
That's
need
pretty
to look
funny.
into that.
I think some people start.
Were you not like wildly hungover the next day?
We didn't get every single one, and we split a drink at everyone.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, because
I need to get those Z-Biotics.
Yeah, you should. Definitely should.
Especially if you're going to be sweating a lot.
Yeah, but also like the food is good. Like, that's also part of it, that you get food at every country.
I'm excited for the content.
I'm excited to watch. I love Disneyland. Like, my favorite videos are like what I ate in a day at Disneyland. Yeah. I love those videos.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I'll just have to like, I want to just taste all the food.
Yeah. How exciting.
Yeah. If you had to pick one to like go back to, which one would you do?
Like, which park?
Or like which Disneyland or Disney World?
Overall, Disneyland, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. But I loved Epcot. Like, Epcot. But Epcot didn't feel Disney-y. Like, it felt like a Universal or like a separate thing. Like a fully separate theme park.
Yeah.
You should also watch the like Disney Imagineering show beforehand on Disney Plus.
I wonder if I can download that.
Oh, on the plane. Great idea. And behind the attraction. And then they talk about like the history of Epcot and stuff. So like,
oh, cool.
That is really cool. I can't wait to take our niece to Disney World.
That would be so cute.
I don't
know.
How
old do you think like they're gonna wait?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know when it would be, because obviously like the tickets are fucking expensive, aren't they?
And it's getting more expensive.
Like, so I don't want to like buy a ticket and then she has a meltdown and we leave, you know?
Is it cheaper for kids or no?
I mean, it would have to be, you'd think, but I think
idea. There are kids prices, like a kid's ticket.
But what I mean more so is like I wouldn't want to buy myself, like me and Joe, to buy her tickets and then we have to like leave.
For sure.
If she like isn't able to do it, which would be fine. Like, obviously, like she's a baby, it's fine. But I like would want to wait till she's like good and ready to spend
a good
amount of time.
Well, it's weird because like the kid rides are like scary.
Oh my god, I remember me and my sister were terrified.
Yeah,
like we were like crying in line and we were like, we can't do this.
Yeah, I had a meltdown when I first went too.
It was like Jaws or something, or another ride.
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio is terrifying.
There was dinosaurs or something that we like were really terrified of.
The Jeep one?
I think maybe. I don't remember. But I remember the Jaws one was scary. But then there was one that me, my dad, and my sister were like ready to go on, and we like chickened out in line. And then my dad, I think my dad and my sister ended up going, and then I stayed back with my mom.
Aww. Yeah. Were you guys scared of like the characters? I was scared of that when I was little. Like, I didn't want to like go up to hug these mascots.
No, I think I was like obsessed with them.
I used to have like the autograph books, and we'd go get autographs from them all.
Yeah, my sister would go and get it for me because I was too scared.
Yeah. Like, I want your signature, but I don't want you.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. That is hilarious.
I want the clout.
Remember when like tickets and passes were not digital and you'd like wear
have to
lanyards?
run to it too, like run to the fast pass machine.
Yeah. But just like having everything physically, like the lanyards with your tickets in it, and like
it's kind of crazy though, because like, what if people don't have a phone? I always think about that.
I think they probably still have something. But wait a second. Do the fast there like no such thing as a fast pass lane anymore? Like you just get it digitally if you want one?
Mm-hmm. There's two things. You buy a Genie Plus thing, which is $15 per day, and that's like most rides. You pick a time slot, and you can pick 2 at a time. So you can be like, I want to go on Tower of Terror at 11 p.m. and this other ride at 1:30 p.m. And then you get like an hour window to go to it. And then some rides, like the Cars, the Star Wars and stuff, those are $20 each, and you pick a time slot. And that's like separate. That's Lightning Lane.
That's
so they
insane.
make bank, basically.
Yeah.
And now they're gonna start like Lightning Lane Premier, and you pay like $400 a day, and you can just skip the line in any line. You don't have to like reserve times or anything. You just get in the lane.
That's so crazy, and it's $400 a day per person.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
what?
But could be worth it. I mean, if you're really going
they don't
around.
Want everybody having access to it, because then there would be no benefit to this.
That's
true.
Pass.
That is true.
That is just like a wild price.
Yeah, I know, it's more than the ticket.
Yeah, how much are the tickets per day?
It's definitely more expensive at Disney World, I think.
Yeah, I don't really remember.
Did you already buy them all?
Yeah, I still have to pay Paige back.
How fun. We never go on trips without our parents because our parents pay for things.
Mm. It's too hard to get our parents to be able to do things. So we're like, fuck it.
Did you like try inviting them? And they're like, just,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, initially we were talking about other options, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then
because you guys basically do at least one cousin trip a year.
Well, like we'll go visit each other, but we haven't like done a trip like this.
You've been to Idaho? You went to Idaho last year?
No, Denver.
Oh, Denver.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking that you went to
I was like, Idaho. I don't recall her going to Idaho.
Why did I pick that one? No, of course you went to Denver. They bought their house.
You were there.
Yeah, they bought a house. I haven't gone since.
Why did I not put that together? Like, I've seen you like multiple times because you visiting your cousin.
That's funny. What did you do this weekend, Britt?
Decorated the tree. I put up my garland.
Wow.
It makes it so cozy at night. Yeah. Like, the lighting is perfect.
Ooh, that's so exciting.
Yeah, I am obsessed. And then we did like an afternoon date kind of thing on Saturday where we went to Perdita, where we like went. And I finally used those drink things. You know how they that guy
yay!
Those drink things. I've been like wanting to take Joe because he's never been. And so finally we were like, okay, let's go. And then we were like, okay, how can we spend like less than $50? So that we like mapped everything out before we went. But then like because of inflation, the prices on the menu like that were just like on Google.
Oh no, like, they were different.
Everything was like $3 to $5 more.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was like,
this
is crazy. And I think the picture was only like maybe 8 months old. And I was like, how did they like increase it that much? Like they made the queso $3 more, and then the
$3 more. That's a lot.
I know, for queso and chips.
At least your drinks were worth more then by the time you spent them.
I know.
You get more bang for your buck.
It was a little bit more than $50, but I was happy. I like want to do that more often because I'm like, okay, cool. Let's spend under like whatever price.
That's fine. Did you do all your Christmas decorating or just the tree so far?
Just the tree. I think I don't really have that much other stuff, but like my goal isn't to really get too much every year, but like 1 or 2 things per year. Like, and then just kind of build up my Christmas collection.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
we do like ornaments every year where we like find it's like old Christmas world or old Christmas market like online.
Oh, cute.
And we pick like one for each of us and then one like joint one.
Cute. That's
So
what we do, a joint one for like every year.
Yeah. Like just for what you guys did, or it's like a picture of you guys?
Well, my family, like growing up, we used to get like the ones that are in the mall, like that mall kiosk where they write like the names and the year and stuff, and it's like 5 snowman or like gingerbread men or something.
Yeah.
But then me and Cam started getting those, and then we still have to get engaged, house, and married.
You know, that's what I was like. I have to get the house one. That's like, what you're thinking of, though. I'm like, is the Etsy person gonna like put the wrong date because they think we like accidentally selected the wrong one? You know?
Oh, I have to do that too. We decided that I would pick out, or we'd pick out the marriage one separately or together. Like we'd both pick that one out. Then he would pick engaged, and I would pick the house one.
Yeah,
and then give that to each other for Christmas.
Cute.
Oh, it's kind of, we have to start ordering things soon. I forget.
I know.
That's crazy.
The cutoffs will be happening fast.
That's crazy. I went to my friend Ashley's baby shower also this weekend, and I got her one of those like chest things that like to hold all the memories for the baby and stuff, and it didn't get there until the day after. So so sad.
So you didn't get to see it at all?
Yeah, no. Well, I gave her the box after I left it at my brother's house because she lives like really close to my brother. So I'll just have him drop it off or something. But no, I didn't get to see it on the inside. I just printed out a picture of it, and I used ChatGPT to help me write a poem.
I love that. That's really fun.
It was really good. My mom always used to like write me poems when she'd give me things like concert tickets or like things that weren't in-person gifts. And I told her, I was like, dang, you did that all on your own, worked really hard at that. And now AI can just do it so easily.
That's so cute.
That's cute. Was her shower good?
Yeah, it was so cute. They used so much of their like wedding decor and repainted it to be like baby girly. It was really cute.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
Did they just get married too?
They're the ones, she found out she was pregnant the day after their wedding.
Oh my god.
Like, so she drank a lot on her wedding?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I have to say, I feel like it's kind of interesting. There's one of my friends is pregnant right now, and her doctor's like, you can have 7 like drinks a week.
7 a week?
So she could technically have like a glass of wine every single night.
One of my cousins, her doctor told her something like having red wine can be like good for you, or have like a few. I don't know. That seems crazy. I personally couldn't, because then like if anything did go wrong, then I would be like, okay, well that's all my fucking fault. Even if it wasn't, I would like
I know.
feel so horrible.
I don't know, but I guess that's like something that's more common now.
Well, it's super common to like accidentally do it in the beginning.
I know, which is
no idea.
It's kind of interesting though, right? Because it's like obvious. It's kind of, I guess it's really hard for them to do studies on like how bad is alcohol for you, because no one wants to take that risk.
True. And like a lot of people wouldn't even know at that point to then be involved in the study like beforehand.
Yeah, because it's either you didn't follow the rules anyway and your baby has fetal alcohol syndrome, or they didn't.
Yeah. And it's crazy because that seems like the most important like part, the beginning stage of like growing.
Yeah. Well, that's so funny.
I know someone who smoked weed her entire pregnancy, and her child was extremely smart.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I actually just saw, it was like in Facebook comments or something that they called it like a can of baby or something. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
Geniuses?
Are they like addicted to weed when they come out?
I feel like it's kind of got to be a little bit like of the same way of if you're taking other drugs, the baby comes out addicted.
Yeah.
It's got to be that way with alcohol too, probably.
Okay, you know, it's kind of, this is like such a random tangent, but this made me think of it. So we like to go on drives and just like look at houses and stuff. And so we'll like make coffee and then like go on a little date. It's like just like a free way to like have a cute date day. But we found this like place called Fort Logan, and it's like I think it was
Fort
built
or four?
Fort, like
Okay.
Fort.
Yeah.
And because the houses look really cool, like if they were restored, they would be like incredible, like, you know, old historic like mansion type houses. But we were like, what is this place? It's like so weird. And so we were like driving around it. But it's basically now like a mental health like area, I guess, for Colorado, and like a youth detention center and like rehabilitation and everything. But one of the like things is for like the babies like to go. I don't know if it's like I don't know all the reasons like why they would go there, but like that's like where they take the babies that
are being
like,
taken away from
moms.
their parent.
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting.
But it's just like this very interesting place because I guess it used to be like a training center or something for like soldiers in like the 1887 or something, and then they like transitioned it in like the 60s to the mental health place. It's very like eerie looking.
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know.
Interesting. My brother told me, he's like, we went on a date the other day and we just drove by the prisons. I was like, okay.
Okay, I don't think I would want to do that.
It sounds similar.
Same. I should tell your brother next time.
I live
like,
right by a juvie.
I also like to drive. That's funny. I'm sorry. Did you say you live next to a juvie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's like this big prison.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. Luckily, it's for juveniles.
Yeah.
Because if it was like a real adult prison.
Yeah. Do you see those videos where I forget where that was, like Chicago or something, or maybe Florida or something, and there was like prisoners in the window, and like the girls from their apartment could like see the prisoners in the window, and they were like yelling towards each other.
I feel like I saw that from Florida.
I think maybe like it feels like it was around the hurricane or something, maybe.
Oh, that's wild. But I also think there must be something like that in Chicago too, because there's a Chicago prison that's like right downtown Chicago.
It seems like that would make sense because it was like a high rise. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where I feel like that's not normal and like not a city.
For places like the suburbs in Arizona, it's like they built this prison a long time ago when it was just the middle of the desert, you know?
Yeah.
And now things are being developed around it. And
there should be a rule about like how close.
I mean, there is like a significant amount of like desert before the community starts and stuff.
Yeah,
but still,
yeah,
that's a little crazy.
There's like a women's prison that's like not super close to our house, but like it's on the way to Denver, and I feel like it's a similar thing. Like it wasn't super developed, like our area like wasn't super developed at the time, and then now like there's like parks and schools and like neighborhoods like surrounding it.
Yeah,
and you're kind of like,
it's so funny because like even though they're like in prison and committed crimes, a women's prison automatically is like way less scary.
Like, it's like, know. Some of those girls are crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, but seems
one of my
scary.
thoughts was it would be nice if you had someone in the prison to be able to live close to it.
Oh, like
you know how like when people have family members in prison and they have to go visit them, it's like a 2-hour drive to like even get there to visit once a week or whatever. It'd be nice being able to be closer.
That would be.
I wonder if the houses next to it are really cheap.
It probably lowers the value.
Yeah. But it's really funny because it's like right where the sun rises, and it's like a beautiful sunrise, and then I'm like want to take a video of it, but then it's just like this prison, and I'm like, never
you do
mind.
like the Instagram location, and it's just like women's prison.
I'm like, I'll wait until a little farther down the road to find the sunset, but it's like so like it's like a lower like the prison doesn't go super high, so it doesn't like block the view, so it like could be really picturesque, but
yeah.
Just like,
you could just post it and see how many people are like, is that so-and-so prison?
That would be so funny. Like gorgeous sunrise.
Yeah.
They're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's so funny. Did you guys watch BFFs?
No. Oh yes. I did.
I really thought you would.
No, I watched it when it premiered.
Wow. That's impressive.
I was like, I was like playing, and Joe was like, "What are you watching?" I was like, "It's live. I can't pause it."
Oh, they did it live.
Yeah, like a
Do
premiere.
they always do it live?
Premiere.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I don't know.
They do every week.
But I was like, I need to know what happened.
You need to watch it, Dev. Like, it was actually so much information.
I am looking for new podcasts because I'm not listening to The Toast anymore.
Well, they said they were about to stop it by the end of the year, so it's not a new one to dive into.
Aren't. But also, like, how much money do they all make? Because, I mean, obviously Dave makes $1 million, like, plus.
Yeah. I think she needs a huge raise.
She does.
Or whatever, because it annoys me that she's still under.
So did you hear the whole main part, right? That Zach Bryan wanted to pay her off $12 million?
Yeah. Well, also another thing is about just like the podcast, which is, this is funny because I was like looking back on like a post she's done. Mm-hmm. Two things. One, Zach offered her like double what Dave pays her to not.
Can someone give a little backstory for people who don't know what we're talking about, really quick?
Yeah,
I feel like you should. You're like very passionate right now. I love it.
Sorry to cut off your passion, but I don't want to get any further into this, and people are like, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
Okay, so we're kind of going on the Bri and Zach Bryan lore.
Bri has a podcast.
Briana
and she was dating Zach Bryan.
Yeah, so Bri has a podcast with Grace called Plan Bri, and then Bri also does a podcast with Dave Portnoy and Josh Richards called BFFs. And so there's like the BFFs podcast basically just like recaps like shit that happens, like gossip and kind of like news stories and stuff. And Bri had not really shared a whole lot of information about like the breakup and everything. Josh and Dave released a diss track about Zach. So some of the stuff was kind of revealed, but like not with any context, which the diss track was incredible.
It was so good.
The OG one I think is better than like the new one, but definitely. Warner music label or something kept taking down the original one.
You can find it probably like on TikTok if you
I'm sure like they still have a ton of clips. But this podcast episodes on BFFs was to kind of like recap Bri's experience with Zach Bryan and like their entire relationship. And she had like really, it's like so sad to hear like all the details and things that she like went through. And it was like one of the things she like recommended for other girls to do is like keep video diaries of like how you're feeling like throughout your relationship to like look back on it. And she said she's like looked back on them and it's just like, holy fuck, like how did I stay? Like how did I like let myself go through this? But I feel like a lot of compassion for her just because obviously like you don't know what you don't know. But there's a couple things like that. So Bri had talked about like, I think it was like on an Ask Me Anything or something on her stories about someone was like, oh, are you going to continue the podcast? And she's like, oh, well, my contract's up, like whenever her contract was up. And it sounded like she was going to leave like Barstool potentially. Like it was just kind of like a weird thing.
And that was probably like 6 months ago, maybe.
I don't really remember when it was. But I just remember reading it and being like, oh, that's kind of weird. But apparently, like backstory on it is that Zach Bryan offered her double what Dave was like offering her to leave the podcast, not like start her own podcast, to leave the podcast and not work. He was like, just stay on tour with me and like don't work. And he did that with like a bunch of other things. Like Grace like loves her community, like her Plan Bri community, and was like touring with Grace. Grace is like on this roll with like comedy and everything. So like the live shows were cool. And he like ruined all of the live shows because he was being a baby, because she took off like 2 weeks to do her tour with like just her and Grace. And Zach just like got drunk and like ruined everything.
Like whenever she would have anything for herself, then he would have freakouts. I told Cameron the paying double his salary, and he was like, I would take that in a second.
To be literally shackled to this man.
Well, yeah, then
these are the stories.
As a girl is different.
These are the stories about men that I'm hearing lately that makes me feel so hopeless as a woman in this country.
I know.
And I keep seeing them, and it's just like, Ugh.
But then an even crazier part is that he offered her to pay her $12 million and to buy her a house and to buy her an apartment in New York City. And they kept just like adding things on.
To not talk about it?
To not talk about
ever for
anything
the rest of her life.
For the rest of her life.
Which probably means that his ex-wife and ex-girlfriend also got paid off, probably way less, because they have not talked about it. And also, I didn't realize that he got married in 2020. Like, I thought it was not that recently. And then there was a girlfriend after her. Like, that's so crazy. And then he's been dating Bri for a year and a half.
Yeah.
There's only 4 years since.
I know. That's a lot of fucked up shit in a very short amount of time. What else?
The Golden Globes. That part was crazy.
There was one other part, though, that I wanted to say about the $12 million. Oh, she was, like, really contemplating. Like, $12 million would change. And she was talking about, like, how her family doesn't come from money. And, like, she could change so much for her family. Like, she's like, I'll probably be fine. But, like, my family, I could, like, help out with a lot of things. I could, like, help other people. Like, she was just thinking about all the different things. And so she was going back and forth on it. And, like, Dave was like, he didn't know what to say. Josh didn't know what to say, like, to recommend her doing. And there was, like, a moment where she was going to potentially, like, accept it. And then something I forgot what happened. But she, like, there was, like, a delay. And so she never ended up signing it. And she's like, absolutely fuck that. So I feel like there's some universal things coming back. And she'll get $12 million and more.
Yeah, I think so too, especially because it was also split up over 4 years. Like, I think that's different if it was just one big chunk of 12 million at once.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'd be less likely to accept it if I was her over the course of 4 years versus like 12 million right away.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, bet I'm gonna make this much in 4 years. Then write a book, keep this fucking momentum, trash him, and make
and if
as
she's
much
done
money as you can.
With BFF, she can do more like brand deals and stuff, and then
that she
be good.
I don't like that whole structure.
Well, I hope that, like, Dave maybe looks at it again a little bit differently. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know that it would be hard to make an exception for just, like, one of the podcasters on his network, but
I think it should be for all of them in a way. Mm-hmm. Like, there should be a way, like, I understand maybe approval of working with certain people, or if there was, like, brands that went against them or something where it would, like, directly conflict, but, like, they should be able to have their own stuff separately as long as it doesn't affect their work.
Have her own separate, like, social account or something. Like, maybe he can dictate, but he still has a say over that. If she's not allowed to do brand deals, then don't. If I understand him having a say over, like, the planned Bri and the BFFs podcast,
but I wonder how they split that up, because, like, every episode is sponsored by Cane's, and then, like, Dave also works with High Noon, and then also on Planned Bri.
Doesn't Dave own High Noon?
He owns, like, a large percentage. I also just found out he owns Pink Whitney, that, like, alcohol. It's like pink lemonade company. Apparently.
Ooh, remind me, I have something to share. An idea to share.
On Patreon?
I'm writing it
just
down.
In general?
Yeah, Patreon.
Okay. Join our Patreon. Patreon.com/sogladwerefriends.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know the structure of it, but it doesn't make sense. It seems like there's a lot more deals, especially because people like Briana's style. Like, they like, you know, her makeup, her hair. Like, there's a lot of stuff that they don't necessarily touch in their ads. Like, they sometimes do, like, random lifestyle things. That, you know, I guess there would be a conflict, but she should be able to just do a partnership with the same brand. Like, if they do something, I think Skims maybe was one of their sponsors at one point, and, like, she should just be able to do Skims in feed, and, like, it's just a natural or, like, integration.
Because does she have, like, management separately?
She does. I don't know exactly, like, what they handle, but and it's something more recent, so that's why I thought she might have started coming out with.
Well, because I know that other drink, I can't remember what drink it is, but there's, like, Pirate Water. That's the one that's always promoted on Plan Bri. I don't know. I think it's alcohol.
Rum?
Maybe.
The water for pirates.
That would make sense. That would make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then also, so at the Golden Globes, she was like in this pretty dress that was like kind of a little bit see-through, but like not her boobs see-through or her body parts that matter. And he was apparently like blowing up her phone the whole time, being like, how dare you wear something like this? Like, I wouldn't date someone who's dressed like this, and like was ruining her night for her basically. And then like at the same time posted that picture on his story and was like, such a beautiful woman, or like, I love her so much, or something like that.
Oh my God.
Like, oh my God. And
I hate men like that.
Exactly.
Not all men, but those men. I have a hatred in my heart right now.
It's so gross.
It's
like,
disgusting.
and he would just treat her, just like toss her aside all the time and break up with her, unfollow her on Instagram.
Very manipulative
like,
and controlling and insecure, but also a narcissist, like thinking that, you know, the world revolves around him, and if she doesn't want to listen to his rules, like.
Also, she was singing Morgan Wallen one day, and he got so upset with her. He didn't like, was upset with her for a week.
Wait, did you guys see
my God.
Wait, where was it? The Boston Bruins did a video and they were like all singing it.
Oh my God, that's funny.
To fuck with him?
Yeah, kind of just make fun of him. I'm sending it to you.
That's
but
funny.
They were like, they all sang like last night the liquor top.
And
so they like, it was a video of like each of them just singing that, and it was just so funny.
That's really good.
So many good moments.
Yeah, I love that everyone's supporting her. Everyone I see is like making her Taylor Swift playlists, like based on her experiences. Like, you'd love this song, and she's becoming a Swiftie. And she was like, I'm sorry guys that it took a shitty man to make me a Swiftie. And everyone was like, girl, that's how we all got there.
That's really cute. The other thing that makes me really bummed and like upset though is that a lot of the stuff that people were like hating on her for, like a lot of the stuff with like her and Grace, was kind of like all stemming from him, and she like does not blame him for it. She's like, that's on me that like I didn't see that. But it is like a lot of it where like Grace did not want to be around her like when she was with him, or around Zach, because like Zach apparently was like being so horrible to Grace, and like of course, so it put such a wedge between the two of them.
Yeah, that's really hard as a friend.
And that's like her ride or die. Like they've been best friends for like ever and ever.
Yeah, I hope they can like get back to that.
Well, I think like they will, but it's just like there's so much hate from like for Brie, like when like all of this has happened.
Yeah, and there was like a really crazy story about like her birthday where he didn't want to come celebrate her birthday, and all her family and friends were in town, and he started like talking shit about her friends while they were all just like hanging out, wasn't he calling people like ugly even or something? Or like unsuccessful, like you'll never get anywhere, blah blah blah. And so she was like, I'm gonna go to bed, like hoping that he would go with her, because he was also always drunk. Like I think he's clearly an alcoholic. And then she went to bed and he did not follow her, and then like later on she woke up to hear like screaming, and like her aunt was trying to like control him, and he was like fighting with Grace and all the friends and her family and stuff.
Oh my God,
like that's just so horrible.
Why is this? His name is like a name that is familiar, but I don't even know what the fuck he's
probably because Luke Bryan, Zach Bryan.
Oh yeah,
Zach Brown band sings
Luke Combs,
Chickenfry. Yeah, Luke Combs.
Is it Zach Bryan?
Yeah. He sings like Something in the Orange. I honestly do like a little bit of his songs. It's a little sad. And there was like Noah Kahan's concert in Boston. He was like, there was supposed to be a special guest, and everyone assumed it was Zach Bryan, but he never came. And there was like rumors that he was too drunk and didn't go because of that. And she like would cover up for him a lot, like on BFFs. A lot of the times there'd be news stories about rumors like this, or that they broke up and stuff. And she would be like uncomfortable. You could tell, like, no, we're together, like it's fine. Like didn't really want to talk about it, but turns out it was that he was too drunk.
I'm so sad if they actually end PFFs. I really
I know. I understand Dave's like rich and doesn't need the money, but like, and he's like, I'm just too old for this and all this drama. It's like that was the point of the podcast, though.
And it's kind of funny though, because he's like, curmudgeon and he's like so stupid. Like,
yeah, exactly. But he does he really rushes every podcast, I feel like, recently, and
I know
doesn't
he's
care.
just ready to be done with it.
Yeah, where they just like want to stop talking.
I wonder if they could like add another person into the mix.
Yeah, because I wonder if like I feel like Brie and Josh should still do something together.
I know.
Or she could leave Barstool and find a different curmudgeoned old man to tell stuff to.
She very well could.
And make her own bag.
Yeah, no, she should. Because they could fully just do the podcast on a different network.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Would you take 12 million?
I mean, at this point in my life, yes.
Yes, I would. I feel like that would be like crazy. It's hard though to conceptualize 12 million. That might be a reason where I would say no, is because of like I would think about the morals more than I can conceptualize $12 million. Like that's just so much money.
I also think the other thing though is like, would I take 12 million in my own position of like where I'm at in my life, but like to take 12 million in her position,
in her position,
so different.
Yeah.
It's like such a different question because it's like you are such a public figure and there's like so much else that like you have so much potential like for your future and career and stuff. And I feel like, I don't know, I just think it's a little bit different of a situation.
But
definitely.
Also she has so much potential without even telling this story.
100%.
So like she doesn't need this.
But people would really wonder, and she was getting hate, like where I wonder if people would have, like, because they would have never found anything out. I don't know if people would have turned on her.
Yeah, being silenced would not be good for your mental health, especially after just being in an abusive relationship.
Yeah, and you can't say you're being silenced. So it's like,
yeah,
that's really hard. And then I feel bad for the other girls of like, I bet because even $1 million would be life-changing to just a normal person, you know? So it's like, I wonder how much they got paid off. Probably less.
I mean, I feel like depending on other people's situations, easily just like giving someone like 100 to 500,000 would be
literally
a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I feel like how much money could you make like on a tell-all or like really exposing somebody?
Yeah.
Especially if somebody is famous.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I would want to believe that it would just motivate me to work even harder and make my own money.
I know.
And make a difference for women because we need more stories like this.
Yeah, exactly. That part would be really
One
hard.
thing she did say that I was like, damn, like this resonates a lot is she was like, what, like it's so fucked up that this is like resonating with so many people.
Yeah.
Like the fact that so many people are saying like, oh my god, I relate to this so much. She's like, that is so absolutely fucked up. Like and I agree. I think it's like it's horrible that that's something that like is a common experience among women.
Yeah, also the recognizing being in an abusive relationship, because so many people think it's just like physical and so many women don't realize how they should actually be being treated.
Yeah,
like we need more awareness in that area.
I agree.
Ugh, it's so horrible. I hate that. On a brighter note, did you see that Pookie had her baby?
Yes.
Oh, I saw the ones in the hospital. Was it today that she had it?
No, probably several days ago, I assume.
Did she show the baby? I saw them in the hospital too. I didn't see.
Like she posted today that her name is Paloma Campbell.
Cute.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It sounds like
and
a drink.
she said, well, Paloma is a drink.
And Campbell is like a...
Oh, yeah, no, it's true. She said, because she was conceived in Italy.
Cute.
I think it's kind of wild when people say, like, where the baby was conceived.
Yeah, how are you that sure? I guess they were in Italy.
I guess
for
if you track
a while.
everything.
Yeah.
Also, if you're, like, keeping track, you have a date. But, like, look at Rosie in the background. She's in the mirror though, like when you move your head that way.
Oh, that is cute.
She's like, hey guys.
But I
like
love
that name.
Because Campbell is her mom's maiden name, so I think that's so cute. Like her name is Campbell, but it's from her mom's maiden name, and she's so cute.
That is really cute.
So she doesn't have her dad's.
One of
her last
middle name.
What?
What's her
Paloma
real
Campbell,
name?
like her first name and then middle name.
Pookie's real first name is Campbell.
Okay. Cute.
Named after her mom's maiden name. Yes.
I love that. I want to
That's
keep
so sweet.
I have my mom's middle name, and I want to keep that middle name in my family.
Same. It's so hard to like my sister gave my youngest nephew his middle name is Emery, which I think is cute, but I just like need to decide what I want to do.
Emery is such a cute name though.
You could
For,
name
like, a little
your
girl.
child for a first name that
It could be a girl name too, I think.
Yeah.
But people spell it with an E, not an O.
Yeah.
But then it's like an emery board, like the thing that cats use
What?
to like sharpen their nails. It's called an
That's
emery
not
board.
what I think about.
No.
There's also a college. I think it's in Georgia.
Yeah,
I used to want to go there when I was little.
That's so
Please
cute.
call her Emmers.
Oh, that's kind
Emmy.
of cute. Or Emmy. Emmy's cute.
Yeah, Emery.
Yeah, I don't know.
I might use it.
But then it
That'll be my
depends if
name.
that'd be so funny. Like it depends if I need to decide what the fuck I want to do with my last name. Like I just can't decide.
Oh yeah.
It becomes more and more like I do want to take Cam's, I think. But then it's like it's
Your
just so
last
weird
name
to
is
give
so
up
much better. He should take yours.
I know. It's like so like it would feel so weird to get rid of it. But then having kids, I'm like I would want us to have this. Like I don't want to.
Cameron Emery, that's great.
It honestly does sound great. Cameron James Emery.
I just hate the like DW sound together.
Yeah.
Dwan.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other words have that, but yes.
Do it.
It's also just like, everyone says Dawn is the thing.
Maybe you guys should just you could make your own combination name.
That's what I've suggested for years. Is just picking a new one.
He doesn't like it.
No.
That's what Kaylin Bell did.
I know.
You could just do Smith.
No, not Smith.
Johnson.
I don't know, cool one. Like it could be like Renesmee, you know, like but I don't think we can combine ours.
Dremery.
The Wemoi. It sounds like a the Wemoi.
People will be like, what the fuck? Maggie Dwemwe.
They're like, do you have a list?
It's French.
Or is that how you say it? I love that. Okay, anything else we want to say before we go to Patreon?
No.
Any main big topics?
I want to reveal a shocking number in the Patreon that I was given.
What is a shocking number? As in money
like
number?
Insights number.
Oh.
Expectations.
Okay. Can't wait to hear that. Make sure you go subscribe to our Patreon. You get a bonus episode every week. Yeah. Make sure you also follow our Instagram so you can fill out those polls we were talking about earlier. We also, when we do audience episodes, we post Google Forms so you can submit your stories anonymously. So make sure you're following us so that way you always see those. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube if you want to watch the podcast. And we'll see you next week. Love you. Bye.
Bye.